Salute, salute. Grand rising to all. Salute. Or should I say certified salute. Black Alpha Network. I respect you, but I got to check you, brother. You know what I mean? Salute to the internal indigenous spiritual most high. Trolls only God and your mama can love you, and I admit I'm starting to love y'all too. All right. Y'all come with social media. I'm starting to love it. All right. And one time, yeah. I say one time, yeah. I say one time, yeah. Hey, grieving or not, it's always work to be done. There's always work to be done in the FBA field. All right. There's always work to be done. But see, here's what I didn't know. I didn't know while delineating from Pan Africanism that we were going to be beefing with each other state to state while delineating. I didn't know it was all right for Georgia FBA to talk bad on Florida FBA and what we're going through down here. Black Alpha Network, I have a lot of love for you. Certified salute to you for the work you put in. You know what I'm saying? And the truth you tell. But brother, you got this one wrong. You got this one wrong. And you're wrong, brother. You're wrong, brother. And I'm speaking to you consciously. No beef. Because I'm going to follow you regardless. Because you put it down and you put in that work. But that don't mean you're perfect. And that don't mean that your opinions are facts. And that doesn't mean that your political perspectives are warranted in times like this. Black Alpha Network. See, I understand that you have 43,600 plus followers, 43,600 plus followers. Okay, I'm a small fry. I don't even have 5,000. But you know what I have? I have a platform, Black Alpha Network. I have a platform just like you. I have a mind just like you. I know right and wrong just like you. I'm FBA just like you. I'm politically inclined just like you. And what you said and what you did in covering that story on those 17 graves that were vandalized down here where I live. See, homie, I'm not just talking about Florida. You're talking about where I live, where I grew up at, where I went to school at, where my personal ancestors are buried at. And you're going to run off and put my people, my ancestors, the old Memphis Cemetery in your storyline as a political prop. And you got your chat saying this is fake news, this is bullshit, and you saying you call bullshit. Are you serious right now, my G? Are you serious? Or maybe you taking this whole FBA thing and the political thing a little bit too far. See, I'm FBA, but I love history. But you know what else I love? Content and character. I like to tell the truth, no matter who the truth affects. Black, white, Asian, whatever, I'm going to tell the truth. Black Alpha Network, you were dead wrong. You were dead wrong, brother. Dead wrong, brother. Our ancestors were attacked in their eternal rest. Understand, Black Alpha Network, no matter what was written on those graves in spray paint, whether it said Trump, KKK, or have a terrible day, you do not disturb the rest of ancestors in a cemetery. It shouldn't have been there, period, and that should have been your only perspective. Those are FBA. Without them, there's no us. They paved the way for our civil liberties. They experienced World War II. They experienced segregation. They experienced Jim Crow. What do you mean? What do you mean? My great grandmother is buried out there. My great grandfather is buried out there. The Johnsons and the Taylors, all of my family is buried out there. I was on the news in the background, walking around covering the story on my YouTube live stream. And you're going to call bullshit and fake news to gain a damn political perspective, to gain damn subscribers on a political view, and you can't look at the moral integrity behind this? What you should have been focused on are the damn racists that did it. Because you know black people didn't do it. Holla at me, FBA. Holla at me, Black Alpha Network. Common sense tell us that's not the work of black people. We don't do sugar, honey, iced tea like that. And we all live around there. We grew up there. We're not going to go in there and disturb our own. But let me give you some facts. Fact is, for it to be fake news, our county commissioner just approved $100,000 to put fencing around there and to repair those grave sites and to put security cameras there so our ancestors can rest in their eternal sleep. You gonna call that bullshit too? Huh? It's one of the most overlooked cemeteries in this country. Hasn't had TLC in years. And yeah, you could put that on some of us down here. But it takes special funding to get things like that done. They take care of their own. Now, Black Alpha Network, let me propose something to you. You see, you're calling bullshit, and you want to make this a political perspective, right? But what you didn't consider politically is that this is the dirty right here. See, you're in Georgia. I'm in Florida, homie. This is the dirty. It don't get no more southern than where I'm at, pimpin'. It don't get no more southern than this right here, brother. And with that comes the racism. With that comes the Confederacy, homie. Huh? It's down here. It's out here like that. It's prominent like that. It's Trump Nation down here. They MAGA crazy down here. So no, it's not bullshit that someone would do that right around midterms or when they roll back, civil rights and black people's voting rights and all that. So no, it's not bullshit. And I can see how you can fit it in politically. But don't sit there and make it look like a Democrat versus Republican thing when it's just a racist white person antic. To make this a and then what the hell Ben Crump doing speaking on it? Ben Crump, shut the hell up. They already dead. You can't make no money off of them, Ben. My great-grandma already gone. She's been gone since 1975. Huh? There's souls resting there that's been there since 1906. You can't make no money off of them, Ben. Shut the hell up. Your opinion is not warranted. This is disrespectful. And to say it's fake, do y'all realize I'm gonna take this thing back to a living color? Let me show you something. Huh? We're gonna take this thing back to a living color. Let me show you something. I live here. You in Georgia. With all due respect, you in Georgia. And you're gonna cover this story from Palmetto, Florida. I live here, and you're gonna call it fake news? You're gonna attack our FBA that's laying there in their eternal rest? Homie, what did they do to deserve that either way? Whether it was attached to racism or politics, tell me, what does a cemetery full of souls resting have to do with Democrat or Republican? And I know they wrote Trump and DeSantis all over the graves, but that's also how you know they weren't black. So you should have been focusing on the racism here in this country, not demonizing my ancestors who was laying in their eternal rest in that cemetery, y'all. I don't like that. I don't like that. And I approve this message. I approve this message. Certified salute. Certified salute. And I ain't doing this for no smoke, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And personally, I got smoke for anybody who won't smoke. But we're all going to agree to disagree in the end. We're all going to agree to disagree in the end. This was not right. If it was so much fake news, if it was BS, ladies and gentlemen, tell me why you see me walking by in the background at the 55-second mark.
Used to pay $199, but I'm down to $59.
Black Alpha Network. That's disrespectful, homie.
A historic cemetery is at the center of a disturbing vandalism investigation. Residents discovered dozens of desecrated graves and graffiti at the Old Memphis Cemetery in Palmetto, and it has the attention of the NAACP tonight. Fox 13's Blake Devine spoke to those who have family members buried there.
He's like, yeah, heard what he said? NAACP, found these Democrats. I know Tracy Washington. I know her personally, regardless of who she represents. I know who she is. I know what was done to those 17 disturbed, black, vandalized graves out there where my ancestors are buried. You're making this political, homie. You're making this political, homie. You're making it political, homie.
And he spoke to Manatee County officials to see what's being done about it.
I'm outraged. I am furious. I am very, very disturbed.
Cracked concrete and spray paint stain these gravestones at the Old Memphis Cemetery in Palmetto. Red graffiti spelling out Trump on 2 tombstones and DeSantis on this desecrated grave. Tracy Washington has several family members buried here.
It hurts really bad to see this. I have my brother here. I have my grandfather here. I have my grandmother here.
Residents rushing to the 120.
Who you see walking by right now?
On Tuesday, Manatee County Sheriff's deputies documenting that
Fake news, but you just saw me walking by covering fake news, right? You just saw me walking by on the news, covering the news from my live stream, but it's fake news. My family's buried out there. My family's buried out there. Are you kidding me? I'm going to let y'all hear what he said, y'all. Black Alpha Network, Democratic fatigue, the backlash has started. Okay? Here we go.
Are on code right now, and they can't use an unalived black person to gain votes. So this is why you start to see the Democrats have to go back to Selma. We are so certified and codified, brothers and sisters, that they got to go back in time to go drum up stuff. Notice, y'all, typically they'll drum up a black person who was unalived a month ago, a week ago, 2 months ago. They don't have any because anytime somebody runs up on one of us, we putting them paws on them. Yes, they know what happened with Chud the Builder. They talking about hate crimes. How come they didn't talk about him? You notice that, fam? The Democrats didn't mention this dude one damn time. It was the #1 trending story on all social media. You mean tell me Democrats missed it? And like I told y'all before, Democrats know what Chud the Builder was doing. They were monitoring the situation, and they were hoping that he unalived one of us. Democrats weren't going to say anything about Chud the Builder unless Chud the Builder took one of us out. Then they would have popped out and said something. See, us being codified, we're not playing the victim in this era. Notice this, fam.
See, now what he's saying right now could very well be true, and I agree. So this isn't smoke for the brother, because the brother does great work, but he called it absolutely wrong. When you cover a story down here in FBA, Florida, where I live, you got to get it right, and you got to show respect. Because if I cover a story out of FBA, Georgia, where he lives, I'm going to put that same respect on his city, his state, and his name. That FBA, I'm going to show that same respect. Imagine if down here in FBA, Florida, when that happened to Ahmaud Arbery, we would have been like, oh, bullshit, the Democrats this and Republicans that, oh, bullshit, fake news. How would that have sat with those families in Georgia? You know what I'm saying? The FBA Georgia family. How would that have sat with their community? You know what I mean? Black Alpha Network has taken something that's happened in my hometown and further disrespected my ancestors, my personal family who's buried out there, to make them political props. Black Alpha Network, I don't give a damn about your opinion when it comes to what I know. And what I know is you're dead wrong. What I know is it's not fake news. What I know is whether it was KKK written on those coverings or whether it was Trump and DeSantis written, nothing, absolutely nothing should have been written on those tombstones. Period. The dead should never be disrespected. Period. There's nothing political about that. We're talking moral integrity. We're talking respect for those who paved the way for us, for those who made the sacrifice for us to have the civil liberties that we have right now. What the hell do they have to do with our politics and their eternal rest? That's the question I need Black Alpha Network to answer for me. I personally feel like he was victimizing. I'm going to let y'all hear it.
For all the stories you've seen about a black person who was unalived, pulled over, taken out, they got a black person walking to the store, they got a black person who went to go get some Skittles and an iced tea. You don't hear those stories no more. Instead, you see brother knock somebody the hell out. Brother ran up in the store, threw somebody in a chokehold. Brother resisted the assaulter, resisted the assailant. Brother put hands on the supremacist. Sister put hands on the supremacist. Notice how in this era the stories have shifted. So therefore, we're not feeding the engine of the Democratic Party's supremacy.
Do you see how he's trying to paint this picture? He's trying to paint it like they were waiting on one of us to get unalive. So since no one got unalive, they went and disturbed a black graveyard, a black cemetery. That's the picture and the narrative he's trying to paint to bring this story up. Completely disrespectful. And the brother is intelligent. The brother does great work. I've listened to him a few times and got fired up myself. So certified salute to him. But you wrong on this one, Black Alpha Network. And I'm gonna protect where I live. I'm gonna tell the truth about it. I'm gonna tell the truth about it. This is my homeland. I'm Florida FBA. I grew up there. My ancestors are buried there. We went many times to clean up our ancestors' graves out there. You can't call this fake. Huh? You were dead wrong.
This hoax on us, so therefore they got to go back to Selma. Family, they don't want to go back to Selma. They want to go find a local black person and say, hey, look what happened. But there ain't none because all the stories got us winning. Yes, the hell they do. So they're trying to drum up support. How many of you guys seen this story right here? Look at this, family.
Here it is. Now he talks about it. Look at Ben Crump right here. A historic black cemetery in Palmetto, Florida was vandalized with graves damaged and Trump and DeSantis spray painted across tombstones. Our ancestors deserve dignity in life and in death. Desecrating sacred burial grounds is hateful, painful, and unacceptable. We must protect black history and honor the families impacted by the cruelty. Now, while this sounds good, the hell with you, Ben Crump. They already dead. Huh? You can't make no capital off of them. Huh? So you politicize this as well. You politicize this as well. But I bet you're waiting to answer the phones of any family members from down my way who call you who needs representation on this, right? I'm pretty sure you got room for another case, right? I'm pretty sure. Did you show up down here, Ben Crump? Did you show up down here, Ben Crump? Huh? And while you're saying all the right things, I'm still baffled as to what the hell does it have to do with you? What the hell does it have to do with you?
Y'all heard about that black grave site? They said somebody spray painted Donald Trump on a coffin or on a tombstone. Did y'all see that? Look at Benjamin Crump, who don't say nothing about that vote, and that he can go get him $20 and he can help Trayvon Martin. When Mushmouth Chump came out, notice this man ain't said nothing about modern hate crimes. Remember, they only talk about hate crimes after we're gone. Did y'all hear about this story right here? Fam, I don't believe it. I don't buy it for one damn second. I believe the Democrats are right now. No, let me see y'all face. Let me see y'all face. Hold up. Wait a damn minute. I need to see y'all face real quick. I believe that the Democrats right now are going around and they're trying to conjure up fake racial stories so they can get some.
The Democrats are going around trying to conjure up fake racial stories. I walked that cemetery. My ancestors are buried there. Fake. Democrats drumming up fake stories. Fake. 17 graves disturbed. Fake news. Had we said Ahmaud Arbery was fake news, there would have been problems. And no disrespect to the Arbery family. No disrespect to the Ahmaud Arbery family. It's just that happened in the state of Georgia, and I need y'all to feel me. But still, Florida FBA backed y'all. We felt the pain. Just out of blackness alone. Out of blackness alone. We felt that. So for you to sit here and say that's bullshit, that's fake news, when all of my subscribers watch me walk through this graveyard, you just saw me on the news in the background. Was I fake? Was that AI? Was that AI? Was I fake too? Black Alpha Network? Because I went out there and covered it. It's in my live stream. It's on my timeline. FBA Convo, where are you when I need you, brother? FBA Convo, Where are you when I need you, brother?
Type of energy so they can feed their race baiting machine to get black folks to go vote for the midterms. It's like clockwork, family. Okay, it's like a bus. You miss one, you catch the next one every hour on the hour. I don't believe it. I'm going to tell you now, I don't believe it for one damn second. I believe that the Democrats are behind all of this stuff, and I believe.
How damn disrespectful. How damn disrespectful. Black Alpha Network. Are we serious? Are we serious, brother? Brother, if you serious, I'm definitely gonna have to unsubscribe. And I'm gonna have the rest of my family unsubscribe too. I even put my mama on you, homie. My mom watch you every day. If this is how you feel about us down here, is this how you're gonna disrespect our ancestors and use them for political props? For your talking points? No, I don't think you deserve my subscription. I don't think you deserve my subscription. And this ain't no beef, homie. It's a difference of opinions. See, you talking it while I was walking it. I grew up here. I can't tell you about Georgia, but I can sure as hell tell you about Palmetto, Florida, homie. I can sure as hell tell you about Palmetto, Florida, homie. And you were dead wrong. You were off code. Those are still FBA souls laying there arrested in the old Memphis cemetery. How dare you, FBA, brother? How dare you, FBA, brother?
They're going around and they're trying to come up with fake stories to put black folks in the victim light, where black folks, we ain't playing victim. We playing winner, okay? Which means we putting paws, hands, feet, everything on you. You want us.
This is not about politics. This is not about black and white. This is about history. This is a reflection of what a YT supremacist has done to our black ancestors while they're in their eternal rest. This pays tribute to their disrespect. I don't care what's written on the tombstones, whether it was conservative, whether it was leftist. It should have been nothing written at all. We should be mad as a whole, as a black community, not calling fake news on some real shit. Because had this happened to a graveyard where he lives, I bet you he wouldn't be calling it fake news. Because he would know some of the people and the ancestors resting in that sacred area. He would know. He would have family members in that burial ground. And he'd be doing the same thing I'm doing right now, taking to their defense. It was a thoughtless comment. Thoughtless. And it did not compliment his intelligence. How are you going to scream FBA and sit there and demonize my deceased ancestors at the old Memphis cemetery? Those are the original FBA. We ain't seen half of the damn things that they've seen. We haven't accomplished half of the damn things they accomplished. We ain't went through half of the damn things that they went through. The disrespect.
To be the victim, because victims vote blue no matter who. But when you see us as the victors who say, hell no, no tangibles, no vote, that upsets them. Yeah. See, the victor and the victim got two different mentalities. And they're not going to convince us to be on the loser side when we better over here on the winner side. I don't believe it. I feel they're going around conjuring up all this stuff, family. I believe that the Democratic Party is right now trying to come up with things. You mean to tell me this happened and somebody...
Did I not cover this live? Did I not cover this live? Does this not look familiar to you? Did I not cover this live? Was I not out there with those reporters? Am I AI? How is it fake news? How are they conjuring up, and doing, how? How? Very bad viewpoint. Has nothing to do with politics. Nothing. Nothing to do with politics.
Spray painted Trump. They spray painted Trump on something? Nah, watch this.
Tyree Rome couldn't believe the condition of 17 graves the sheriff's office says were vandalized.
This is like a family graveyard, honestly. And to see how it's been decimated, it's heart crushing, but you can't see a casket.
Some concrete crypt tops are off their base. Others have been smashed to pieces.
Hatred. The only thing that come to mind is hatred.
Edward Bailey's
And that's exactly what it was. Hatred. Hatred. So his talking point should have been in relevance to the hatred that we receive as Black people, even in our eternal rest, rather than Democrat, Republican, this and that talking point. Using resting ancestors, resting FBA in their eternal sleep for your political props, for your political perspectives. Disrespectful. Disrespectful and foul. And he don't strike me as the type of brother that's disrespectful. But that right there was disrespectful. FBA Florida is not happy with that, FBA Georgia. And we ain't having that. We ain't having that. We ain't having that. So, of course, we going to answer back. You're going to get that right. And you're going to show some respect. Because FBA should be all about respect. No matter what parts of the world we in, attack on one is an attack on all. And that should be our mindset. That should be the very thing that governs us. We should have the same goal in mind. We should be reaching and striving for the same outcome, not causing division within delineating from the Pan-African movement to the FBA. You think FBA Florida is going to want to back FBA Georgia in anything due to what he just said about FBA Florida and what happened down here where I live? My mom called me and gave me this story. I put my mom onto him. Salute the Mother Earth. This is crazy work right here. This is crazy work.
aunt is buried here. He says he rushed over tonight after seeing a local Facebook Live from people he knows.
You have to be angry at something like this, but then you also have to feel just remorse for anybody who does not know whether or not their family member can no longer be laid to rest.
I won't stop until you're in jail or you're punished for what happened.
Stop! Family, watch where this lady's from. Watch who she represents.
One of the first to sound the alarm was Tracy Washington, president of the Manatee County NAACP. Of the Manatee County NAACP. Of the Manatee County NAACP.
This looks scripted to me, dog. I don't buy it, y'all. FBA out, and then here come the NAACP.
It looks scripted. You don't buy it. They're going to come to little old Palmetto, Florida to make a scripted, talking, conjured, leftist statement messing with the cemetery out here in a town that most people don't even know exists inside of the state of Florida. Makes no sense. Peace to you, mighty Allah. Makes no sense. The talking point has no variables, no validation. Absolutely none. This would have happened in a big town, a big city. Doing it here, it doesn't have the same weight. So this was just someone being racist. This was just what some of these type of people do down here in the South. You know, this is what it is. This is what it is. But he couldn't say that. He couldn't say, hey, look how bad my FBA brothers and sisters have it down here in Florida. Look what the racist supremacists did. He can't do that. He can't do that. And I have respect for that brother. I have respect for that brother. I watch that brother a lot, but he got me in my feelings right now. Good morning, Insatiable. Good morning. Y'all know I had to answer back. Sure, my platform isn't as big as yours. Sure, the word may not even get out and get back to you. But damn it, I'm going to clap back. I'm going to clap back. Brother, you got to put your black first, Black Alpha Network. How would you feel if it happened to a black cemetery where you live? And I was down here calling it fake news. Huh? How would you feel? to have those grave sites of your ancestors disturbed and vandalized while they're in their eternal rest, and I sit here and I make it a political talking point? What does the deceased have to do with your politics? I appreciate that, Mighty Allah. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you, brother. Mighty Allah says, sorry for your loss, King. Keep your chin up, bro. I appreciate that, and that's heartfelt, brother. Thank you, my man. Thank you. From the bottom, You know, but what does our deceased ancestors, who are still FBA, have to do with your political talking points? How did you deem it okay to well, I can't even get the word out. Illegitimate, I can't even get the word. I know what I want to say, but I can't even get it out, y'all. I'm tongue-tied. You know what I mean. How did you sit here, okay, and basically belittle our sleeping FBA family? Why did you demonize them? Why did you attack them? And don't say you didn't, because calling the whole story bullshit is demonizing them. They've already been demonized by racists. Their grave sites have been vandalized. Their eternal rest has been disturbed. Order needs to be reset. We're talking spirituality here. We're talking consciousness here. We're talking moral integrity here. We're talking intellectual capacity here. You know, you tell me how this becomes a political talking point. How do you overlook the injustices that our ancestors just suffered in their graves, in their eternal rest, for you to make this one of your political talking points? Y'all listen to what he has to say.
Here's the NAACP right on the spot. Somebody shows up in midterms, goes to a local gravesite, spray paints Trump on a tombstone, and then the NAACP member pops up. Nah.
Who has several family members here, including her brother.
So what?
What does he mean, nah? What does he mean, nah? Let's do this again. Let's do this again. Fake news. I guess I'm fake too, Black Alpha Network. I guess I'm fake too, because I'm gonna walk my fake ass by in the background.
DeSantis on this desecrated grave. Tracy Washington has several family members buried here.
It hurts really bad to see this. I have my brother here. I have my grandfather here. I have my grandmother here.
Residents rushing to the
Who is that?
122-year-old burial ground on Tuesday. Manatee County Sheriff's deputies documenting the destruction, saying 17 graves were damaged.
Fake news? We just gonna waste taxpayers' money? The sheriff is showing up for nothing? The county commissioner just passed $100,000 to put a gate around it and security cameras. And we've got local volunteers going out there 9 a.m. this Saturday to work out there, clean around graves and to try to restore some of the tombstones. But it's fake news. It's bullshit. You make it part of your political objective rather than showing love to those who paved the way for us, and you're screaming FBA family. I don't even know if I want to belong to FBA anymore, to be honest, if that's how we're moving. Because that's the bullshit. That's the bullshit. See, that's why Black people can't have nothing. Because we always find a way to pit one another against one another. You could have kept this culturally Black. You could have kept this FBA. You could have shown some respect. You could have reached out to a content creator that's here. That's here. What's up, J-Dub? But instead, you went on your little political rant and you demonized and denigrated our ancestors. You overlooked their sufferings, their pain, what they went through in their lifetimes, and what they're going through right now in their eternal sleep, all furnished by the hands of a racist. Black Alpha Network. I think an apology is in order, my brother. And I ain't trying to bring you no smoke. I'm trying to talk to you like a brother. I'm trying to talk to you like a brother. I'm offended. Maybe you care. Maybe you don't care. Judging by your words, you don't give a damn. But you don't strike me as that type of brother, bro. Now, maybe you didn't think it through. Maybe you were pumped up. Maybe you were feeling it. But to use this as your talking point, to use what happened in Top Supermarket in Buffalo, New York with Peyton Gentron, to use that as a talking point, you're demonizing our lost FBA ancestors to add emphasis to your political argument, your political debate, your political biasness. Brother, I'm trying to dumb this down a little bit. I'm trying to dumb this down a little bit. And I like this brother. I follow him a lot. I follow him a lot. And I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna hurt me to unfollow this brother. But I got to unfollow this brother because that's not FBA. FBA is supposed to be built out of love. Foundational Black Americans. Those are foundational Black Americans buried in that cemetery since 1906. I didn't get here till 1977. Since 1906, my great-grandmother is buried out there, Winnie Johnson. My great-grandfather is buried out there. My Uncle Buddy is buried out there. My cousin David Taylor, David Green, family, ancestors buried out there personally. F your political perspective, Black Alpha Network. I have foundational Black ancestors buried in the old Memphis cemetery. What the hell are you talking about, bro?
What I'm asking for right now is for a full, transparent investigation. And I want those graves fixed because they're due more respect than what they got out there right now.
A historic marker says the cemetery's first burial was in 1906, and many African-American farmers who grew tomatoes, celery, and cabbage, some serving.
Farmers who grew celery, tomato, cabbage, all of this. World War II veterans, y'all. I have family out there personally. Personally. We've all been little children before having to go clean up around your people's grave sites, man. And this is bullshit. It's fake news. It's politics. You missed the mark, Black Alpha Network. You missed the mark, man. You missed the mark.
In World War II are buried here.
Why are you so mad for you to do something like this? I don't know. That's
And then he attacked this.
I don't buy it, y'all. I'm sorry. Bullshit. I'm sorry. I call BS. That little. Why are you so mad? Why are you so mad? You wouldn't be saying that if you know damn well what happened. Would be no.
And you wouldn't be saying that damn well if you lived here. Is it just me? Is it just me? Would he be saying that if he lived here? If he went to school there, grew up there, ran those streets as a jitterbug, still running those streets as a grown-ass man? If you grew up cleaning around your ancestors' grave at this cemetery and he lived here, would he say that? Would that be fair for us to say about Ahmaud Arbery's gravesite? Was just stopping by to make sure you in the good spirits. I gotta be out. Talk to you later. Peace, chat. All right, mighty Allah, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Would he be speaking of this manner? Would it be right for us to speak like this about our Georgia FBA ancestors who lay rest in those sacred burial grounds in Georgia? Somebody got to feel what I'm saying. Danny Green and all of our Johnson family and others. Thank you, Mother Earth. Mother Earth, he was wrong for that. He was wrong for that. He was wrong for that. He was wrong. And I think he owes that FBA family out there arrested in that cemetery an apology. I don't even want an apology from him because I know what to expect from him now. But I think you owe our eternal sleeping foundational Black Americans out there in the old Memphis cemetery. I think you owe them some respect. I think you owe them better sentiments than what you rendered them in your live stream. Oh, I'm heated about that. I'm heated about that. I'm heated about that. They know nothing about Palmetto. Nothing. And you going to speak on it? You're seeing it. You see me walk by in the background of the news and you're hollering fake news. I guess I'm AI. I guess I'm fake as hell, y'all. Huh? Touch me. Let me know if I exist. Can you touch me? Touch me. I might be AI. Touch me. Touch me. Am I real? Pinch me. Let me see if I'm real. Oh, I damn sure felt that. I can't be fake. I can't be fake. How is it fake news? How could you talk like this about the FBA deceased? How? Brother smoked a good one before he made that video. Huh?
Why are you so mad? Funny fam, now they don't understand supremacy. Any other time they want to give us a crash course in supremacy.
Oh, now you understand supremacy? That should have been your whole focal point of this incident. You should have been focused on this white supremacy the whole damn time. But you chose to politicize it. Democrat, conservative, midterm. Who gives a damn? You just disturbed the rest of foundational black ancestors in their eternal sleep. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? Shawnee, what's good, Shawnee? Thank you so much, Shawnee. Thank you so much, Shawnee. I know, and I want to listen to him no more. I couldn't believe it. Talking about a Ben Crump. Yeah, I'm not listening to him anymore either. And right now, I'm finna unsubscribe. Right now. Right now, I have no more interest in it. Unsubscribe. Unsubscribe. No more interest. And I'm going to put a thumbs down on that video. I'm going to put a thumbs down on that video. That's not right. That's not right. And Mother Earth, I'm the one put you onto him. So I apologize to you. I thought he was a real one. I thought he was a real one. My mom is naming my ancestors out there. Danny Green, Sheena Peterson, that is my mother, y'all. That's Mother Earth. That's Mama Uncut. That's my mother speaking up right now. All of our family buried out there. And you and Ben Crump speaking on this? And you and Ben Crump, what the hell Ben Crump got to do with the dead that's already buried? Ben Crump makes his money off the dead that's recently been deceased. Recently been unalive. There's no money in this, Ben, unless you're going to fork over some money to help restore those grave sites and those tombstones. What's in it for you, Ben? I hear you making your little statements, you're politicizing everything, but you ain't forking over no funds. So why even open your mouth, Ben? Why even open your mouth?
Supremacy. Now it's why are you so mad now? I don't get why you would do something like this now.
Some serving in World War II.
He's making a mockery of it. Ladies and gentlemen, I've lost all respect. I'm still not going to disrespect the brother because I'm not going to stoop to his level. But I've lost all due respect because he's not due any respect. He's not due any respect. I can't listen to this brother. I don't want to see him come across my live screen anymore. And you know, that's it for me. Because this is personal. This is home. You don't say that to the Florida Black FBA who lived there, who grew up having to cut grass in that cemetery and weed eat around those graves and scrub tombstones. You know, fake bush. You're using it for a political construct. Are you serious right now? Are we this far gone with politics? The very things that cause religion. And now look, his politics is about to cause division in the FBA because I no longer want to be stuck with him. See, what I told y'all religion and politics do. You should have stayed focused on FBA. You should have stayed focused on the races. You should have stayed focused on the white supremacy. You went so far as to demonize our ancestors in their eternal rest. Did y'all not see me walk around in the background of that? I'm filming the news people while they're filming the story. Go to my live stream. Brother in the Cut was actually with me. May he rest in peace. But Brother in the Cut was actually with me on that live stream.
Trump Fam, really? Fam, come on, dog. Brothers and sisters, come on, fam. Somebody put Trump on it. Really, they didn't put the KKK. They didn't put no supremacist organization. They put Trump. They put Donald Trump on it. Don't buy it for 1 second.
Do you hear this guy? Do you hear that? This is Black Alpha Network. This is Mr. Certified Salute. Huh? This is Mr. Certified Salute. Mr. Regulators Mount Up. This is Black Alpha Network saying this about the cemetery that was vandalized where my ancestors are put to rest. That same woman right there, Sheena Peterson, my mother, had us out there cleaning around our great-grandmother's grave sites, our cousin Danny grave sites, and everybody else's grave sites. In that live stream, you will hear me walking around calling out my ancestors, like David Taylor and the rest of them. You will hear it, but it's fake news, though. Huh? So what, those are fake souls? Those are fake deaths? Huh? Or is he just a fake individual? I thought he was real. I thought he was real. But nothing about that is real. He's mocking it. We're going to go as so far as to go down here on a political political charade, and we're going to disturb the dead and bring the dead into it by vandalizing their grave sites. And then we're going to build a whole social media political construct behind it. Can you make that make sense? Can anyone make that make sense? Anyone?
Who are buried here.
Why are you so mad for you to do something like this? I don't know. I just think that's sad.
The Manatee County Sheriff's Office is actively investigating this case. They ask anyone with information to give them a call. Live in Palmetto, Chris Hurd.
Stop. No. Hell to the no. Fam, let's get real in the field, okay? Because we in here. Listen, this has happened before. Yes, brothers and sisters, this actually happened about a year ago. You guys don't remember the story where the lady put a fake noose on her table and she's trying to make it look like it came from somebody. In reality, she was a Democratic shield? Yes.
You're going to go back to a fake noose when you see evidence of grave sites vandalized, busted open, and in some cases, you couldn't even see the caskets in there anymore. So there's reason to believe that even some of the remains were removed. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Black Alpha Network. I don't know what to say about some of these foundational Black Americans. A lot of us need to slow down and think before we speak. We've lost sight of being respectful. We've lost sight of a moral compass. We've lost sight of what matters the most, that an attack on one, whether alive or in your eternal rest, is an attack on us all. 17 graves, 17 souls. And his brother is hollering fake and BS. That's disturbing. That is highly disturbing. As we come in, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue to hit that like button, please. Let's continue to hit that like button.
Family, this ain't the first time this has happened. This all really started to kick off as soon as Donald Trump became president. This all goes back to the blame the Republicans. Fam, the blame Republicans thing isn't just about not giving us a hate crime protection or not giving us reparations. They blame everything on the Republicans because, like I said, the Republicans are the Democrats' bestest. But
what does this have to do with a Republican or a Democrat? No matter what they wrote on those tombstones, nothing should ever be written on a tombstone. Right, this guy didn't eat his Wheaties this morning. Maybe he is the fake one. Gotta be. Gotta be. Yeah, I can't listen to him no more. And Mother Earth, we ain't rocking with him no more. We ain't rocking with him no more. I'm sorry I even told you about this guy. I thought he was a real one. I'm sorry I even told you about this guy. No certified salutes over here. Y'all know me. I do my salutes and my one time. We gonna keep it that way. We gonna keep it that way.
How about this right here? Look at it, fam. This is it right here. Watch this, fam. This is them doing another hoax.
He's going as far as to calling it a hoax. A hoax. Someone literally had to go out there and spray paint graves, y'all, tombstones, breaking headstones, busting open concrete coverings to grave sites. How is that fake? How is it fake? How is it a hoax? How is it a hoax when it really happened? I've got live streams of me walking through that same cemetery, getting the same footage. I just showed y'all I'm in the background of the news. You don't think I filmed the news too while I was there? But it's fake. You're going to demonize my personal ancestors who lay there in that eternal rest for your political gain. Huh? Far from a stand-up guy. Respect is due to a dog, homie. And I can't respect you. I can no longer respect you.
Breaking news tonight. Rhodes College says the person who left racist messages.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's what it is. I'm going to keep this live stream short. I'm going to keep it brief. But in the meantime, in between time, y'all can tag Black Alpha Network, tag FBA Convo. I hope he comes back and sees this, But yeah, I can't respect this brother no more, man. I can't respect this brother anymore. When I first heard him speak, man, this brother, like I said, this brother had me on fire a few times. Like, yeah, talk that talk. But if you're gonna cover something down here where I live in FBA Florida, you damn sure better get it right. You damn sure better put some damn respect on it too. Because if I ever cover anything in Georgia, I'm gonna make sure I do the same thing. I'm gonna respect it, and I'm gonna get it right. But you got our time wrong. So you can't expect FBA Florida to support FBA Georgia, homie. I didn't know it was going to be this kind of delineation. I didn't know that you were still going to pit us against us. I didn't know that the only sleeping souls that matter were the sleeping souls in your FBA state. Because newsflash, Black Alpha Network, my ancestors down here in that cemetery, my family, they matter, homie. See, I don't know you, but I knew them. So the hell with you in regards to them and on their behalf. That being said, y'all tag that fool. Tag that fool. Tag him. I don't care. Somebody need to talk to him, man. He's too smart to make those dumb mistakes, man. Very intelligent brother, but way too smart to make those type of dumb mistakes, man. You don't disrespect or demonize those in their eternal rest. You call it for what it is. It's an attack on FBA everywhere. Get off your high horse. Stop politicizing everything. And really, really jump in the fight. Jump in the fight. Jump in the fight. Go hands on in the fight. All right, y'all. Y'all know what time it is, man. This is the part in the video where I tell you, get your one-on-one, get your one-on-one, get your one-on-one. And you're right, Emmett Mobley. You can't demonize who ancestors? He demonized our ancestors. He demonized our ancestors right here. Those are my personal ancestors. All of us are family around here. So an attack on one of us is an attack on all of us. That's what FBA should be. We should never want our ancestors, no matter where they're buried at, no matter what state they're in. We should never, ever politicize their grave sites being vandalized for political gain or social construct to a talking point. Never. That makes Black Alpha Network no better than the racists that perform these nefarious acts. I lost trust in that brother. I lost faith in that brother. Real talk. All right, everybody. I told you I was going to keep this short and brief. You know, I got to go have lunch with my Mother Earth, y'all. I'll be back on. You know, you have family in Florida you never met. Sounds like you got to get to it, my man. You got to get to meeting your family, my man. You got to get to meeting your family, man. You protect your family when you're here, and you sure as hell protect your family while they're in their eternal rest. And I thought this FBA brother would know a little something about that, but it doesn't seem as if he does. All right. So y'all knew I had to answer back. He might have gotten a big head after the Kamala Harris incident. Exactly. 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 That's I was thinking that. I was thinking, okay, because you were all over the news and standing up to Kamala Harris and yelling, you know, no reparations, no vote. Okay, cool. Cool. But yeah, I think he got the big head, man. I think he got the big head, man. I think that head is a little swole. I think that head is a little swole, man. Because this was a bad move right here. This is a bad take. And I hope that he listens to himself again and that he comes to the same conclusion. I hope he's a humble brother, y'all. I hope he's a humble brother. Because FBA Florida can't support FBA Georgia on this right here. And we supported FBA Georgia when that happened to Ahmaud Arbery. You're not going to demonize our ancestors that's been laying there in their eternal rest since 1906. That's off limits. We draw the line there in Florida. We draw the line. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the point of the video where I tell you, get your one-on-one, get your one-on-one, get your one-on-one with the real, internal, indigenous, spiritual Most High, man. You know, y'all stay prayed up, stay blessed up, stay meditated up, stay protected, stay real, stay conscious, stay uncut, be inspired, be great, be you. Ashe.